Serve starts to start going.
I'm gonna do the intro this time. Just wait, I'll find out what to say. Welcome back. So sorry for the delay, but tonight's game at Lakota East is the Thunderhawks against the Summit Country Day Knights. We got, for the Knights, we got Kendall Northern, who is committed to Penn State. And for our lineup for the Lakota East Thunderhawks,
Serving will be number 3, Emma Sweeten, the setter. Hard float. Picked up. And killed by the middle. Number 32, Kanai Gillespie.
Summit Country Day wins their first point, and serving will be number 21, Rosie Gillespie.
Hard float. And an ace off of Lexi Dreyer.
That would be a nice little touch, but if Lexi Dreyer never touched it, it would have been a nice ace for Rosie. And it looks like
Hard
she'll be,
float. And
like
another
she'll be
ace off of Dreyer.
And based off what I am seeing right now, it looks like that Rosie will be serving again for the Summit Country Day Knights. As we are now 0-3, Lakota East has a giant gap between themselves and the Knights.
Hard float. Picked up by Sanders. Hit by Dreyer. And a kill.
And by the looks of it, that looks like that was in right there. And Lakota East secures their first point right there. 1-3. Still down by 2 points though.
Great side out by East. Looks like we're subbing McKay for Dreyer. Sending in a DS. And serving will be number 12, Shayla McKay. Float. And dumped by the setter, and that is a kill.
That was number 22, Meredith Walker, who gained their point for their team. And it looks like serving is number 17, Gabby McCauley, who is on our defense right there.
Serving is number 18, Allie Shaw. Hard float. Picked up by Combs. And a kill by Sanders.
It's a giant slam. Lauren Sanders is third in passes in the GMC and fifth in kills for the GMC. Looks like serving will be number 5, Caitlin Combs.
Hard flip by Combs. And that is an ace, I think.
That was a giant just mash right there. Looks like it was number 25, Kendall Northern, trying to make it for her team. And right now, it looks like Caitlin Combs will be on a run, serving for Lakota East.
That was an out on Combs. Serving will be number 22, Meredith Walker. Hard float off McKay. And a kill by Peyton Hall.
That was a nice kill right there. Peyton Hall was on the GMC top 5, 4 kills.
Serving will be number 2, Kennedy Baker. Hard float, received by Northern. Dig by McKay. Set to the outside, off the block. Set to the outside again, and a tip. That'll be set to Kendall Northern. And a kill by Kendall Northern. Serving will be number 25, Kendall Northern. Hard float off of McKay. Set to the right side. Dug by McKay. Set to the outside Sanders. Through the block and an out.
Looks like it will be 4-7. The Knights are in the lead by 3. And by the looks of it real quick, is that there is a giant crowd standing on their bleachers for the Lakota East section. And by the looks of it as well, number 25, Kendall North will be serving.
Passed by McKay. And off of the block, kill by Sanders. Serving is number 9, Lauren Sanders. Received by Walker. And that was a kill by number 24, Livy Mueller.
It's a little tapper there. And by the looks of it, serving will be number 20, Riley Jewell, for the Summit Country Day Knights.
Received by Sanders. Rough set by Baker. And rough set by Walker. Off of Sanders. Set to the outside. Dig by Northern. And that is out. Point for East.
Dakota East right now behind by 2 points, 6-8. Summit Country's in the lead. Serving for Lakota East will be number 10, Peyton Hall.
Number 15 just subbed in. Springmeyer, middle blocker. Hard float. Received by Northern. Set by Walker. And out. Point for East. Serving again will be Peyton Hall.
Peyton Hall right now is on a run. And it is 7-8. East still behind by 1 with the serve.
Hard float. Good pass. To the right side. Roll by Northern. Set to the right side. Off the block.
By
Summit
number
put a
21,
roof on it.
looks like. Looks like number 26, Ellie Redder, subbed out. And number 4, Molly Anderson, will be serving for Summit Country.
Good float. Off of Sanders. To the outside. Saved by Summit. Off the block. Walker with the set to that is out. Off of the block.
The Knights are now in the lead, 10-7.
Serving is number 4, Molly Anderson.
Molly Anderson right now is on a run like Peyton Hall was.
Hard float. Received by Sanders. And a kill by number 21, Rosie Gleski. Senior outside hitter.
Number 4, Molly Anderson on a run, will be serving again for the Summit Country Day Knights.
Hard float. Received by Sanders. Set to the outside. Dug by Jewell. Off of Dreyer. Set by Combs. Roll by Sanders. Dug by Riley Jewell. And dug again. Lift. Looks like a lift call on East. Jewell will be serving again.
Molly Anderson will be serving for Summit Country. We will be going to a break as we see you again. And we come back to you guys from the break. And by the looks, number 4, Molly Anderson, will be serving for Summit Country.
Hard float off of Combs to the outside. Dreyer with the kill. Good line kill there by Dreyer.
Looks like number 2, Kenny Baker, is subbed out with number 1, Megan Fada.
Sweeten comes in for the serve. Floater off of Jewel. Pass by Walker. Rough set there. Set by Sweeten to the outside. Off the block. And that is a kill by number 21, Rosie Gleski.
By the looks of it, number 21, Rosie, served for Summit right there.
Point for Summit. Looks like that was 4 on East.
By the looks of it, looks like the coaches are talking to the ref. The ref is communicating back. And by the looks of it, is that a
Red card.
red card on the Lakota East ref? Looks like tension's being very, very heated right now against both teams, as Coach Adams got a red card for his yelling back at the refs right there. It looks like that was a point on the Knights right there. And serving will be number 21 again, Rosie, who is on a run. And also tension is being
Hard float. Pass by Combs to the right side. Roll by Dreyer. Set to Northern. And off of the block, that is a kill.
Looks
Serving
like
is number 21,
is
Rosie.
serving again. Dude, she's on a run right now.
Float. Received by Dreyer. To the outside. Free ball. Roll. And that is shanked by number 1, Megan Fada.
Looks like, again, number 21, Rosie, will be going on a giant run, serving what, 4 times in a row for Summit Country.
Hard float. Pass Dreyer. And that is an ace.
Looks like Lakota East will be calling another timeout, and we'll see you back above the break or wherever. So, bye.
All right, we're back. Little dispute between the refs and the coaches. There was a red card on the coach on East. Serving will be number 21. Hard float. Pass by Dreyer. Good set to the outside. Rolled, and that is a kill.
It was on East right there. We got 9-17. East is down by 18 right now, and it looks like number 12. Number 12, Shayla McKay will be subbing in for number 11, Madeline Orlando. And serving will be number 12, Shayla McKay.
Hard float. Saved by Northern. That was a free ball. Set to the middle. Saved by Northern. And a hitting error by Lauren Sanders.
Number 18 will be taking place in from number 14. Number 18, Ali Shaw will be serving for Summit Country.
Hard float. Passed by Combs. Set to the outside. Off the block. And a kill by Springmeyer.
It will be 10-18. Summit Country still in the lead.
Serving will be the libero, Caitlin Combs. Float by Combs. Picked up by Anderson. And that is a kill off the block by the setter, Meredith Walker.
It will be 10-19. Summit Country still takes the lead and looks like it will be number 22, Meredith Walker, serving for Summit Country.
Hard float. And shanked by McKay. That is an ace.
For Summit Country, it looks like it will be a run for number 22 as she serves again for Summit Country as a 20-10 right now.
Hard float. Pass by McKay. Megan Fada off the block. That is a kill by Kendall Northern.
It is 10-21. Summit Country right now is absolutely destroying Lakota East as they have not used a single timeout yet. And it looks like number 22 will be serving again.
Serving error.
Yeah. Looks like the ball will go back to East.
Subbing in for a new setter will be Kennedy Baker. And the right side, Brooklyn Tudor. Serving will be number 2, Kennedy Baker. Hard float. Pass by Northern. Set by Walker to the middle. And that is out.
Looks like that out was caused by number 24, Livy Mueller. And serving for Lakota East will be on a run again, number 2, Kennedy Baker.
Hard float by Baker. Set to Northern. Dig by McKay. Off to the outside.
Ooh.
That is in. That is a kill. Beautiful line kill by Lauren Sanders.
That was a bit of a debacle right there, as it looked like it touched the line, but yet again, you don't want to argue with the refs, and that was in, giving East the point. Serving for East is number 2, Kennedy Baker.
Hard float and serving error by Baker.
A lot of server errors right now. It looks like number 21 will be subbing in for number 17, Gabby McCauley. And number 21, Rosie, will be subbing in. Number 25, Northern.
That is an ace.
This is a nice, sweet ace right there. And it looks like Northern will be on a run right here, serving again for Summit Country.
Hard float. Pass by Combs. Set to the outside. Off the block. Kill by Brooklyn Tudor.
It will be 14-23 if Summit Country gets these next 2 points. They win the second set of this game. And it looks like number 9, Lauren Sanders, will be serving for Lakota East right there.
Float by Sanders. Ace. Or refs call it out.
14 Right now, looks like the student section is enraged right now
I don't know,
by the
from
ref's call.
my view, that looked pretty. That was pretty in. That was a few feet from the line. But refs call it out. Serving will be the libero, Jewel. Free ball. Set to the outside. Kill by
Summit
number
Country
21.
will win their second set. This is a really hot-headed game right now, as the student section for Lakota East is yelling at the refs and just wanting Lakota East to win a set, as is 0-2. Right now, we will be back with you after we get back from the break. Welcome back. We are just going into the third set right now. Summit Country wins this next set right here, and they win the entire game for tonight. Right now, what we've seen from the past two sets is that both coaches are on some little tiny rivalry right now, and the refs are not taking any of it, as they gave Coach Adams a red card right there for talking back, trying to know, is the ball in or out? And we even see some of the student sections drain out immensely, as we have only about maybe 7 students in the Lakota East section after seeing the last set play out. And I don't know who will be serving. It looks like the libero will be playing. And serving for the start will be, by the looks of it, We have no general server yet, but looks like that both teams are trying to figure out. Lakota East is trying to figure out how to win a set right now, while Summit Country is just keeping up their same mentality through the whole entire game. Looks like number 17, Gabby McCauley, will be serving for Summit Country.
Float by McCauley. Passed by Dreyer. To the middle. Saved by number 17. Set to the right side. Free ball. Set by Walker to the outside. Dug by Sanders. Miscommunication. Sanders rolls it.
That'll be a point for East right there, as by the looks of it, there was a double tap. And serving for Lakota East, they're trying to figure out a server right now, and it looks like serving will be, by the looks of it,
Number 12, Shayla McKay.
yeah, they swapped her out with number 8, Lexi Dreher.
Hard float. Rough pass there. Roll by Northern.
Being a giant rivalry.
And Walker sets to the back row. Dug by McKay to the right side. Through the block. Dug by Northern. Roll by Northern. Dug by Combs. Roll by Sanders. That is a kill.
Point for East right there. There's a giant rally right there, and serving yet again will be number 12, Shayla McKay.
Float. Set by Walker to the right side. Dug by Sweeten. Free ball. Set by Walker off of Northern. Dug by McKay. To the outside. Through the block. And that is a refs call it out.
Coach Adams over there looks infuriated seeing that it was out. It could be another one of those moments where we don't know if it was in or out. Looks like number 18 will be substituting number 32, Kanai Gillespie. Looks like Coach Adams is having a talk right now with the refs. Don't know too much of what it's about. Coach Adams doesn't look too happy right now about the refereeing job, as most of the calls did look like it was of a predicament, or it was a dilemma where we didn't know where it was. But they might check back with what it is. And it looks like number 18, Ollie Shaw, will be replacing number 32, Kanai Gillespie. Is she? Looks like she will be serving for Summit Country Day right now.
Float. Pass by Combs. Set to the outside. Through the block. Kill by Sanders.
It's a nice hit right there by Sanders. As Lakota East now is up 3-1 and serving for Lakota East. Well, actually, Peyton Halls just came in for number 15, Madison Springmeyer. And it looks like their Bolero, number 5, Caitlin Combs, will be serving for Lakota East.
Float. Free ball. Set to the outside. Off the block. That is a kill.
That looks like that was number 24, Livy Mueller, who helped gain her team a point. It looks like number 22, Meredith Walker, will be serving for Summit Country.
Float. Pass by McKay. Set to the right side. Out.
And now we're at a tied game right now, 3-3. Serving will be number 22. Again, Meredith Walker for Summit Country. She is on a run right now. Be a hard pass to the net. So that was a serving error right there. And we will be giving the ball back to Lakota East. It'll be 4-3. Lakota East winning by 1 point. Serving will be so we saw someone out. It looks like, yep, number 2, Kennedy Baker, will be serving for Lakota East.
Float. Good pass. Off to Northern. Dug by McKay. Off to the outside. Through the block. Roll by the setter. Dug by McKay. Off to the outside again. Through the block. Saved by Jewel. Free ball. Set to the middle. And out on Peyton Hall.
It looks like Summit Country will tie this game back up 4-4. And it will be number 25, Kendall Northern, serving for Summit Country. As number 17, Gabby McCauley, gets swapped out.
Float. Pass by Sanders. To the outside. Through the block and a kill.
So that'll be a point on East. That was an in right there, and it looks like it'll be a point on East. Number 12 will be switching out with, by the looks of it, number 8, Lexi Dreyer. And serving will be by the looks of it, number 9, Lauren Sanders.
Float. Good pass. Set to the outside. Refs call it in.
That, by the looks of it from here, looked like an out. Surprisingly, the refs called an in, making it 5-5.
Barrow Riley Jewell will be serving.
Yep, and
Float. Good pass. Off to the outside. Through the block by Dreyer. Dug by Northern. Rolled. That is out.
there we go. I think that one in they called should let Coach Adams have the right to be a bit infuriated at, because by up here it looked out. Anyways, number 10, Peyton Hall, will be serving for Lakota East.
Float. Pass by Jewell. Set to the middle. Dug by Hall. And a kill by number 32, Kanai.
We will be going back to a tie right there. 6-6, as it will be, by the looks of it, number 4, Molly Anderson, will be serving for Summit Country Day.
Serving error by Anderson.
Now we'll be 7-6 right now.
Subbing in is Megan Fada, and for setter is Emma Sweeten.
And by the looks of it, number 3, Emma Sweden, will be serving for Lakota East.
Good float. Hard pass and a free ball for East. Dug by Sanders. Good save by Jewell. Set by Combs to the outside. And hitting error.
Yet again, we will go back to a tie, 7-7. Summit Country Day will be serving from.
Subbing in is Gabby McCauley for the serve.
But Gabby McCauley will also be serving for Summit Country Day.
Float. Pass by Sanders. To the right side. That is out.
It will be 7-8. The Knights are in the lead right now. And by the looks of it, it will be number 17, Gavin McCauley, serving for the Knights.
Float. Shanked by Dreyer and off of Springmeyer.
And it'll be 7-9. This game is going very intense right now as the Knights wiped out East both sets and right now are wiping out for the third. And it looks like Gavin McCauley will be serving again for the Knights.
Pass by Dreyer. Set to the middle. That is a kill by Springmeyer.
And we will be going 8-9. East still down by 1 point. And by the looks of it, they will be switching out.
Subbing in is number 12, Shayla McKay, for number 8, Lexi Dreyer. Shayla McKay will be serving.
It's a giant rival game right now as both teams are going at it with the ball.
Float by McKay. Set by Walker to the right side. Dug by McKay. Set to the outside. Through the block. Kill by Lauren Sanders.
Will be tied game, 9-9. Right now, East is at 0 for sets, and the Knights are at 2. They win the entire game if they win this set.
Served by McKay. Pass by Jewell. Off to Northern. Dug by McKay. Set to the middle. Kill by Springmeyer.
And it looks like that would be a point for East. That was a big misinterpreted look right there for who got who. And it looks like number 12, Shayla McKay, will be serving for Lakota East.
Another float. Pass by Jewell. Dump by the setter. Set to the outside. Off the block. Set to the outside again. Through the block. Pass by Jewell. Kendall Northern rolls it. Dug by McKay. Set to the outside. That is out.
We will be going 10-10, back in a tied game. Summit will be taking the ball as we're swapped with Molly. Molly Anderson will be switching out. Actually, Molly Anderson will be saying number 24, Lexi Mueller, will be switching with number 32, Kenai Gillespie.
Float and out.
That was a nice ace right there. Ooh, that wasn't an ace. Lakota East will be getting another point, making them up by 1. The Bolero, Caitlin Combs, will be serving for Lakota East.
Hard float. Pass by Anderson. And a roll by Northern. Dump by the setter. Set to the outside. Kill by Kendall Northern.
We're back at a tied game again, 11-11. The Knights will be serving, and it looks like serving will be number 22. Number 22, Meredith Walker will be
Pass
serving.
by Combs. Set by McKay to the outside. Free ball. Set to the middle. Off the block of Peyton Hall.
And it looks like we will be at 11-12. Knights take the lead.
Serving is number 22, Walker. Good float. Pass by McKay. Off to the outside. Through the block. That is out.
Looks like it'll be 11-13. Knights are now finally taking the lead from East as the serving will be, again, number 22 on a run, Meredith Walker.
Floater. Free ball. The outside. Dug by Sweeten. Rolled by the libero. To the middle, Peyton Hall. Free ball.
We're getting a giant rally right now.
To the outside. Through the block. And a tip by Northern. Off to the outside. Antenna.
Summit will be taking the lead by 3 now. 11-14. Serving will be number 22 on a run.
Pass by McKay. Set to the right side. Kill by Feta. Subbing in is Brooklyn Tudor and Kennedy Baker. Serving will be number 2, Kennedy Baker. Good float. And ace.
Giant right now for East, as number 2, Kennedy Baker, will be serving for the Hawks.
Float by Baker, pass by Northern. Set to the right side. And off the block.
We will be at 13-15 as the Knights are taking the lead.
Serving is number 25, Kendall Northern.